In 2022, we really think organizations need to focus much more on trust and transparency. Prior to the pandemic in 2020, that was really a hot ticket item for privacy professionals and organizations as a whole. Throughout the pandemic, through automated contact tracing and just public health concerns, we gave up a lot of our information to organizations and to government entities, really expecting now that we can't pull that information back, that organizations as a whole are going to have to focus much more on trust and transparent use as it relates to individual and consumer data. With the rise of regulations in particular as it relates to privacy, both internationally and domestic, we don't know what the future holds. And what we really try to help clients do is build proactive privacy programs. So something that's more future looking, can accommodate what we don't know. So we're starting to see a patchwork of privacy regulations at the state level. We are anticipating at some point there to be a federal privacy regulation come out, which will harmonize all those state laws. But until then, we don't know what we don't know. And so we really try to help organizations build a proactive program that's flexible and can accommodate the growing needs in the regulatory space. The biggest challenge when implementing a data privacy program is really around communication, training, and awareness. Whenever you come in and stand up a program, we can build processes and we can implement technologies to help streamline and automate and move you through a maturity cycle. But what we really try to stay hypersensitive on and focused on is getting a good understanding of who needs to be trained and what's a communication and awareness plan for an organization, because your processes and technology will only be as successful as the end users. In order to leverage your compliance activities to gain that competitive advantage, we really try to not only focus on just checking the regulatory box as it relates to compliance for privacy, but also to look downstream and activate some of the enabling factors that you will gain from your compliance efforts. So things like greater data analytics and insights, data monetization, enhancing your customer experience. We see that those enabling aspects all hinge from your compliance activities, and those are really paramount in setting up your competitive advantage in the marketplace as a whole. Success for a data privacy program can be measured in many ways. And really it all hinges back to what's the overall corporate strategy and plan. And using that as true north to define what success looks like for a privacy program. So some organizations might be focused purely on checking the regulatory box and being compliant. Other organizations might look at how much revenue have we unlocked through our privacy compliance activities. So again, it really relates back to what's the overall corporate strategy for that organization and being able to define success criteria for the privacy office that match that overall strategic plan. A security function is paramount in maturing your data privacy program. There is a decent amount of interplay and overlap between the two functions. So take key concepts like data minimization, data access management, incident response, de-identification. These are all functions that will typically reside within a security program, but they're crucial to have those enabling capabilities to mature your data privacy program. Here at Optiv, we recognize that our clients are at different milestones in their privacy journey, and we try to meet our clients where they're at and leverage people, process, and technology to help them meet their end state objectives.